Tracey Lee, how long ago did you start these tours in Menangle?
I started them just after Christmas last year.
Why?
I had a friend who came to a platform show here and she said to me, the house is beautiful, can I come and have a look through it? And I said, look, if you get a group of people, we'll do a bit of a tour, we'll have dinner, we'll go from there. And that's how it started. So we started off with 15. We had dinner out the front, came through the house. It was quite successful, did one more, and then we changed it, revamped it, grew with it, and now we're doing every Friday night.
So how long has the Horse and Jockey been here?
1835.
And why is it called the Horse and Jockey?
It was a horse and jockey because there was an original racetrack here back in those days as well. It was a racetrack, and it was the inn, and it was for the jockeys that were staying at the stables down the road.
There's also stories about this as a stop-off point or something.
This is halfway between Berrimah and Parramatta Jail. So back those days they'd travel along the river, which is Menangle River down the road there, and they used to stop here with the convicts. The convicts actually built this house. So there was 4 convicts that built this house. There was a convict shot here. Out the back is a dungeon, I say it's a cellar, it was an original cellar. They used to put the convicts in the cellar and a guard would guard the cellar for the evening, and one escaped and they shot him in the back as he ran across the paddock. That's documented in the Mitchell Library.
Have there been any other deaths here?
There's at least 7 children buried on the outside. We don't know how they passed away, but I imagine times then were very different to now. And Menangle was actually pronounced Menangle, and it meant swampland by the Indigenous. So this was a very wet area and a lot of flooding. So I'd imagine through floods and sickness and with the still water, there was a lot of disease. And we believe, this is not documented, but we believe there was a young girl hung herself in this house. So we've seen her, we've felt her presence. We don't know, that's not documented fact though, that's just what, as mediums and psychics, that we feel here.
Have a lot of people experienced different things?
I wouldn't say anyone's seen a ghost, but you have 25 people traipsing through a house, they're not going to, jump up. But we've had a lot of orbs. We've had a lot of feelings. We've had, in this room in particular, we've got a lot of people actually can't breathe in here. They find it a bit stifling because of this side of the house was for the gentry, and we believe it was a very stuffy, cruel era, obviously, for 1835. So we've had people have those sensations. We've had one lady claim she was pushed, just a slight nudge. We've had a young girl who was literally sick and had to leave the house. She couldn't go any further. Whether that's psychosomatic, whether it's what they feel, I'm not sure. I just think there's some things we're not meant to explain.
Tell me about the doll.
The doll, don't you just hate that doll? I hate that doll. I don't know. I don't like the doll. I don't like that doll at all. Keep waiting for it to nudge me on the shoulder.
So, Tracey, you're getting interesting people coming through as well, aren't you?
We've had all walks of life come through here. I've had people from Tamworth, Parkes, the Central Coast, Newcastle. We've had 2UE. We've had the Australian Travellers magazine come through. So we've had a cross-section of business, skeptics, men, women, previous owners. One of Richard, who lived here in 1969 to 1973. He came through the house again. He was fascinating because he had stories to tell. It was a bit spooky that no one else knew about because he actually lived in one of the bedrooms upstairs. So we've had lots of people come through from all over. It's been amazing.
Do you ever get frightened here?
Yeah, I won't do the attic where I sent you, and I won't do the dungeon. Well, I say dungeon, the cellar. One of the bedrooms I'm not very comfortable in, but I never tell anyone what I'm feeling because it's up to them to have their own. Find their own self here. So yeah, there's a couple of places I don't like here.
Robert, as a psychic medium, how did you find this place?
Oh, I think because the house is so old and it's got so much history behind it too, that there's definitely activity going on around here. I like to think of myself as being a bit sensitive, and as you go from room to room, you can definitely feel differences in each one. You can tell the ones that have that sort of serious, the father of the house kind of stayed here, and then there's the other ones where it's like the children were kept but not necessarily allowed to talk. So I thought it was interesting, having a look around here.
Did the doll affect you?
Chucky. So I think, that doll's a little bit creepy. I don't know that I'd want to go to sleep with that feeling comfortable at night.
What's the best way to find this place?
my Facebook page, Tracey Lee Psychic Medium. It's on my Facebook page. I have all the details there.
Thanks, Tracy.
Thank you.